Hi.
Hi.
Hello.
Congratulations on such a successful series. I want you each to tell me your favorite moment of the series.
There is no favorite singular moment for me, unfortunately.
Too many.
Too many from being on the phone call with Amy and Dan in the very beginning and them explaining what they thought their show was going to be and what it might mean to me to be a part of it, and to reading the first script, to being on the set with these actors for the first time, to seeing Bill's production design and Donna's wardrobe, and, David Mullen's cinematography, and Jim McConkey with his incredible steady cam work. And every department head is insanely talented. And these actors are ridiculous and also beautiful people. So one moment you're looking for, it's been 6 years of heaven, and damn it, if some people think it's over. I don't.
Kevin says it's not, and I'm going with that.
I'll see you back here in 4.3 years when we do the Maisel movie.
I love it.
Isn't that a great idea? Yes.
Yeah. And what about you, Caroline? You have any special moments that you're never going to forget?
Yes, I would say, it is really hard to narrow it down to one, but it was being driven by Kevin into the Catskills.
Yep.
And he was driving so fast and turning through the woods. And we had a lot of dialogue when we arrived. And I didn't even know if I was going to be able to speak. I was so terrified.
Did I ever tell you the only thought that was going through my head as I was driving a car from the 40s with no power steering, twisting and turning through those woods? Could I ever tell you my singular thought? Don't kill Caroline.
Oh, isn't that nice? And he didn't, really, because I thought you were going to. It was so scary, but it was so fun. That was a very special moment, was arriving within the fiction of that scene in a mink coat in August, which I would not take off no matter what, and then spending all that time shooting those scenes in the Catskills. And they found this location. It was exactly as you saw it. They tricked out the main room, obviously to be period, but they said it had a bowling alley. So they wrote a bowling scene. They didn't, in so many ways, they took what was in front of them.
Oh, my second thought.
What?
So the first thought was don't kill Caroline. The second thought was it's Carolyn.
Oh, God, I'll kill you. And learn my name. And I could not believe that place. It was for sale, and we had such a good time there. It was many generations. It was like down...
Steiner Family Resort.
Yeah, to the great-great-grandchildren, and none of them lived nearby, and none of them wanted to be there. It had millions of cabins and gazebos, and that extraordinary lake that there's beautiful
And the whole
scenes
cast
on.
and crew were on this
Yeah.
road trip together while shooting there, those 3 episodes.
Yeah, and it was really very special.
Yeah.
So I would say that was a very special time, but if you named anything, I would say it was great.
Remember when the show went to Paris?
Oh, that was really fun.
And we didn't.
And we didn't. Exactly. We are also bitter. We're very bitter about that. There was a few things we can be bitter about that we weren't included in.
And it went to Vegas and Queens.
It did, but we went there.
We did.
Yes, like Fate in Queens. Caroline, Kevin, you will definitely be included in that.
Yeah.
Not Fate in Paris.
It's Carolyn.
Caroline, yeah, exactly. It's not, how many years have I known him? I said, you might as well call me Susan. My name is Caroline.
When did we do House Arrest? What year was that?
I don't know, that was a long time ago. We did a really fun
Mid-90s?
movie many years ago in Los Angeles called House Arrest. And little did I know, when I went for my costume fitting, and they would not tell me who was playing my husband, because I don't think you'd finalized your deal or something. And I said, I promise I won't tell anybody.
On Maisel?
Yes.
Oh, how funny.
Because I had my costume fitting, I think, before you were locked down. And so they were putting clothes on me. And I went, so who's my husband? Well, we're not at liberty to say. And I went, oh, come on, just tell me. And they said Kevin. And I was like, oh, I was
Sammy,
there.
did you have a question? Because we're going to go like this for another
go
hour.
ahead. We can't see you, Sammy.
I love it listening to you guys, but yes, I was going to ask the next. In which ways do you think each of your characters evolved since the beginning of the show to the very end?
In which ways?
Yes, how do you think they've grown since the beginning to the end of the series?
I don't think Shirley has.
Yeah, there's not a lot of evolution for these characters.
I think when you're this authentic, I think she's authentically herself.
Yeah.
And she stays that way. I mean, there are certainly ways in which we adjust to what's happening around us in terms of our relationships, but I don't think Shirley's really grown.
All the other characters go through extraordinary journeys, and it isn't until the end of season 4 when this couple has an intense health scare in the form of Moishe's heart attack, driving us into season 5. That's really the first time that there's an evolution, because now fear-based reaction from each of them is quite different on how to proceed after this health scare. But before that, really, it's their.
Did you remember? I
they're
just
so
remembered.
true
Did you
to-
remember that my mother was in the show? Did you remember that? And we had to say you don't even remember
What are
that.
you talking about?
My mother was in the show. The story of my mother, and
Oh, the story of your character's mother.
yeah, Shirley's mom was there, and we
That's
had to tie her to a chair.
That's right.
Remember, you forgot about that. I forgot about that too.
From season 1, you mean?
Yeah, and because you were just talking about that,
The
and I thought,
dinner.
yes,
One of the first family dinners. Not the first one, but the early.
is that when I say that she hasn't grown, I think the things that are the tent poles of her existence.
Some people don't change, right? And that's the beauty of Amy and Dan's work, is
Yeah.
that, they have these great character arcs and journeys and evolutions for a lot of the characters. But there's some people that just are constant.
I can make up something, but
and we got to
really-
be those people. It was a joy.
Yes, exactly. I think the things that were important to us and that we believed in stayed the same
Yeah.
all the way through. We have nothing to learn,
No.
right? Shirley and Moish.
That's incredible. And when you come back for the movie,
Yeah.
you said, what, 4.3 years?
Yes.
How do you want them to be, your characters to be?
That's
Without
interesting.
giving too much away, obviously.
Living La Vida Loca. I mean, in Boca, La Loca. Just way too happy. Shirley has settled Moish into retirement, and he's
Taken to it.
living. Yeah, for the first time, they're both living, both of them, in total freedom of action.
Right.
They both had incredible responsibilities for their entire lives.
For everybody
Yeah.
around them. Yeah.
Shirley hiding money in the walls.
And I'm a gambler.
Yeah,
I am a
right.
gambler, and I think this is-
Mahjong queen. But this is the first time they're both in a brave new world of celebrating every day like lunatics.
and I think that I become politically active. I think I'm on the condo
Ooh,
board.
that sounds good.
I might be on the condo board.
Moishe's got a hairpiece.
Yes, exactly. I think we
That-
participate.
Different hairpiece that he's trying every other.
Yes, exactly. I think, we give to the community. There
One
may be-
stock white.
Yeah.
The whole hair is just all
There might be an award or two.
bright white. What do you think of this look, Shirley?
I like it.
You can see in her eyes she's scared, but she just says, I love it.
I love it. Yeah.
Well, we're out of time, which makes me very sad, but I want to say I appreciate you guys, and I can't wait to talk again soon.
Thank you,
so much,
Sammy.
Sammy.